It's Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. Back for some more trading. Looks like we're going to get a code 6 long entry on the YM. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place it. It's going to be a buy stop, quantity 10, 36,717. Good till canceled, trigger outside. Placing it now. Okay, let's set up the limit order for it. I'm going to go for 80 ticks. It's going to be 97. $7.97 for 80 ticks. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place that. All right, let me see here. Okay, if it makes it that far, 797. Okay, I'm going to set up a separate order. Okay, I'm going to keep this order right here, and I'm going to place another order for a code 7 trade. I'll be back. Okay, the trade has gone off here in 10 contracts long. 36,718.5. Just going to take it up to 80 ticks, 36,797 right there on the red line. Just for a quick 80 ticks. Also, I'm going to place another order. This is a code 6 trade. I'm going to place another order for a code 7 trade. I'll be back. Market opened up not long ago, 4 minutes ago, 4.5 minutes. This is 9:30 Thailand time, and it's 9:30 New York time right now, 9:30 in the morning. So market just opened, and I'm still just waiting for it to move up. Stocks moving up a bit though. Uber and LYFT moving up in their positions. Got a long ways to go though to hit the exit of 300 ticks, but that's the beauty of code 4, is that you can place stocks like this now and make the trading really super easy. You know, trading is always like a stressful thing, and with these new codes, these higher codes, code 4, code 5, code 6, code 7, really you don't really have any stress because the math is so high and you just know what it's gonna do. You don't need to guess about where to get in, where to get out, where's your stop. There's no guessing. Everything is already known. So it really makes trading a lot more easy, simple, and especially less stressful. I'll be back. Because like for instance, I mean, when you're playing code 1, it's pretty hard not to be stressed a bit, you know, because you're constantly taking entries, you're constantly at risk. And you can get thrown around pretty bad by the market if it's choppy or something. So, you know, there's a lot more emotion involved when you trade code 1. But code 4, like this one, would be the best one of them all for no emotion. This isn't, I'm talking about my stock trades. I'm not talking about my YM trade. This is a code 6 trade right now. And it's also most likely going to turn into a code 7 trade, but I'm going to take a separate trade for that. I'm going to get out at the 80 ticks and I'll re-enter again on a code 7 if it goes to a certain price. I'll set the order pretty soon here. Anyway, Uber moving up good. But like I say, with the code 4, with the stocks, just makes trading so smooth and easy and a lot less stressful than anything else I've ever done before. I mean, even more than the futures on the code 4. The stocks are more smooth, and in that sense, maybe a little bit easier too. So anyway, this thing wants to jump all over the place here, so just give it some time. It'll make it to the exit. I'll be back. Okay, lift moving up quick here, 46.10 already. And I want to get out at 46.54. Let's place an order. Okay, so I'm in lift long, 1,000 shares. Average price 43.54. So I'm going to go for 300 ticks. So what I'm going to do is place a sell limit order, 1,000 quantity at the price of 46.54. Good till canceled. Fill outside, allow pre-open. Let's go ahead and place it. Just make sure everything's right. All right, let's place it. It's $3 on LYFT. Let me think. LYFT. I took the actual code on that one. No, I got it at an earlier price, meaning I could go for more here. Let me take a look at it. I could go for more, 40. Okay, it's not much of a difference. It's only like 30 tick difference. No big deal. Let me just take the $3. Okay, sell limit. Okay, sell limit in place on LYFT at 46.54. It's getting close to the exit now. Now, I thought I could get a lot better price, but no, I didn't get that good of a price when I entered. So only a 30 tick better price is all I got. So we'll just go with this one here. Keep the math very, very high. Now taking a look at Uber, how close is Uber? Uber's at 45.60. I want to get out at 47. Okay, still got a ways to go. Okay, I'll come back. LYFT getting close to the exit here. Just needs to make it up to 46.54. It's at 46.33 now, almost there. This will be for 300 ticks, code 4. Now, if I wanted to, I could go for another 100 ticks and still have pretty good math. And I could go for more, like 5, 6, 700 ticks. But the math reduces as I go higher and higher. What I'm doing is going for 300 ticks, which keeps the math very high. Very high. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I need to calculate it again. But it is very high. It's approaching 90%. So it's very, very high. But I'll figure out exactly what it is. For LYFT, every instrument is different. See, when I was doing this for just one instrument, like the Dow or the gold or ES or whatever, oil, you know, it was different because you only had 4 of them to deal with. Now each stock is different, so I have to individually break each code for each stock. So it's a little bit more involved. But once you break the code and you have it, the math is very high. So anyway, I'm using code 4 on these 2 instruments here, and the math is very, very high. Almost to the exit. I'll come back. You know, one thing that codes really do is they take away all the guesswork. You don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to say, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. If I would have done this, I could have did that. That sort of thing. Like a trader's motto, you know. And what did it just go to? Just get me out? Okay. Okay, so I'm out of LYFT. Code 4 for 300 ticks. Still waiting on Uber. And it should be able to make it, no problem. This is calculated, the 47.35 is calculated exactly per the code. So you always have to calculate everything by the code. Anyway, it's very easy to do, very simple. You don't even calculate anything. The code is seen on the chart. Anyway, I will be back where the Dow is really dogging it here. Wants to play this little game before it finally makes its move up, which is fine with me. I'm not in a big hurry, but it'd be nice if it moved a bit more. Anyway, when you have the codes, you don't need to be confused or to worry about which way anything's going to go. You already know. All you have to do is use the code on it, and you'll already know which way it will go. So, with a very high degree of accuracy. Anyway, I'll come back. Okay, Dow's starting to make its move here. Still got a ways to go, but 80 ticks comes pretty quick and pretty easy. You know, if the market's moving, 80 ticks comes pretty quick, and I don't expect it to take very long from here to hit. It played around for a long time, didn't do anything, and now it's making its move, so should be able to go up and hit the 80 ticks pretty easily. I'll come back. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place another order. I've already in on this trade, and I'm going to get out at 36,797 10 contracts. Now I'm going to place a new order. It's going to be a buy stop 10 quantity at 36,805. Notice it's not much higher than where my exit is already, but I'm only going to take it if the code triggers. Otherwise, I don't take it. I'm not going to anticipate that it will go up there. It probably will, but if it doesn't, I'm not going to take the trade. So, and I'm going to take the 80 ticks off the code 6. So this is going to be a new trade using code 7. Buy stop 36,805. Confirming that one more time. That is correct. Okay? And notice I'm not going the opposite way. I'm already long. So by hitting a buy stop, it won't get me out. If I hit a sell stop, it would get me out if I were to get that price hit. This is all it's going to do. I'm already going to be out if this order goes through. And it'll be a new order. Say, setting it up now, buy stop. Let's place it for 80 ticks. That'll be for 885. $885. So it's going to be a buy stop at 36,805 with a sell limit at 36,885 for 80 ticks. Code 7, that is correct. Okay, orders are in place. So all I have to do now is just sit here and watch it. And what most likely is going to happen, mathematically speaking, is that it'll go up and hit the 80 ticks, and then it'll keep going, and it'll get me in on a new trade. And then I'll make the 80 ticks from that one. But see, this is all about mathematics and codes, not about hope and, holding and hanging on. This is about hitting the exit, taking it. You get into a new trade, you take it. It's trade for trade. Now, if the 80 ticks came within the signal of the code 7, I would just hold it. But it doesn't. So I'm not going to risk it mathematically. I keep the math very high at all times. And you'll see how this works, and you come out a winner. It's when you start guessing or something, or you just go down to a downward spiral, and then you get paralyzed from your trading. You don't want to trade anymore. And it just doesn't work. So you go down the wrong path. But with the codes and trading them like this, you can go down the right path from the very beginning on day one. Anyway, I'll come back. It's almost there to the exit. Exit getting close here. 91 just needs to go up to 97. Playing with it up here. Okay, I'll come back. The trade has come 6 ticks away from the exit of 97 of 80 ticks. It is a possibility that it could be a shallow trade and it won't go code 7 long at all, and it'll come back down. They do happen. Not that often, but they do happen. So I'm prepared to place a break-even stop on this trade at 36,721, puts me 3 ticks or 2.5 ticks above my average price. It'll go off at market, so it'll be about a break-even trade roughly. I could do a little bit more if I wanted to. Put it at let's just say 24, just to give me a little bit of buffer there. And either it'll go up and hit the exit, or it'll come back down and break me even. No big deal, but I'm just playing it safe, mathematically speaking, because if you lose a code 6 trade, they're relatively large losses, so you don't want to lose one. And if it does go 60 ticks and then come all the way back down, it could be a loss if you don't get out. I mean, most of the time it won't be, but it could be. I mean, what's the math on it? I'm not sure exactly, but maybe about 10%. You have about a 10% chance that that'll happen. So, you can mathematically eliminate them simply by breaking even. Granted, you won't hit it, but if you play this way every time, most of the time you're going to hit them. And as long as it came really close to your exit, but didn't quite hit, you can play this way. But mathematically speaking, you don't need to. It'll make it there, 9 times out of 10. So you see, Uber came back quite a bit, but this is a code 4, so I didn't expect to make the LYFT trade in two days, I think it was, or whatever it's been. Just a very short period of time. Usually I don't make it that quickly. So I was expecting it to take a week, maybe 2, even maybe 3. It's a possibility, But usually about 2 weeks or just 1 week, something like that. Not a couple days. So it's still got a ways, very patient on the code 4. It'll make it. But once it gets ahead, it almost hits it, I would play, in fact, already at this point, I would play a break-even stop on it. So, just keeping a watch on it. I could put it on anytime I wanted to put a break-even stop on it. But I don't need to, though. This is code 4. Don't need to do that. Absolutely don't need to do that at all. Anyway, until it makes it to 300 ticks, then you would want to do it. And I'm going for the 300 ticks, so. Anyway, I'll come back. Okay, here comes the exit. Almost went there. It went to 91. Other chart shows 93. It went to 93. Still playing a game. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, here comes the exit. And we're going to see if it will get me into the code 7 at 36,805. If it'll keep going from 797 up to 805, which it probably will. But there is a mathematical possibility that it won't, and it won't trigger the code 7. It'll go all the way back down and go code 7 short. I mean, it could happen. We've seen it happen many times. In fact, it happened just the other day going long and did the same thing, only in the reverse. So it definitely could happen. But it probably won't. It probably will keep on going. Go code 7 long and then keep on going for the 80 tick exit. This is most likely what's going to happen. Anyway, I'll come back. It still doesn't want to make it to the exit. But this is what the codes represent, though. They represent the ability to know where to enter in advance and then know where to exit in advance. So you just place the orders and you let it go. I mean, of course, you know exactly where to place the stop too. And you just let the orders go. When you play very high math like I'm doing, you don't have to worry about it very much. Now, if you were trying to go for bigger trades, now you've got more worry. You've got to manage the trade more. Manage it, place a break-even stop, lock in profit, stuff like that. You got to manage it more. This is the easier way to do it and the better way, I think, in the long run and for most people, so that you don't make the mistakes. Because that's really where most people have trouble, is they make mistakes. Everybody does, you know. So the codes are basically solve that problem. Anyway, this thing's wants to take forever today. I'll come back. And then you make these mistakes, right? And then you start kicking yourself. And you beat yourself up. You should have did this, should have did that. If I would have done this, I could have done that. Would have had that. Blah, blah, blah. It just, you know, it's like, it's really hard to trade if you don't know the codes. If you know the codes, it just makes it so much easier, so much more simple. You still have things to overcome, but it sure makes it a lot easier when you're winning instead of losing. Like, this is one of the things you need to overcome, like right here. You know, you don't want to get out and get scared, because you need the winners. You need to be able to hit the winners. And the only way to hit the winners is to go for them. You can't hit them unless you go for them. If this all of a sudden starts going down right now and you just get out for a 20 tick profit and it goes right back up and you could have got 80, you know, you're really missing out. And so you need to hit those winners in order to be successful. So you have to learn to overcome this and just relax and just patient, because it'll hit it 9 times out of 10. So not to worry. Or like, look at the Uber trade. I'm not sure exactly how much I was up, but somewhere around 4,000, something like that, on Uber earlier. Look, it's gone back almost half that price. You know, and a lot of people wouldn't want to miss out on that, you know, which I don't blame anybody, but it all depends what kind of strategy you're using. This is a code 4 strategy, so I know I can get in at 43.35 and get out at 46.35 with mathematical precision. So I'm getting in and waiting till I hit that exit, because I know I'm going to hit it, just like I did with LYFT. And so Uber just, you know, not making as big a move as LYFT does, but it will. Give it time. Give it a few more days. Give it another week. It'll hit. It'll hit the exit. So, you know, that's what the codes represent. The ultimate power in trading. And getting rid of all the uncertainty and the mistakes and the stress and the losses, you know, and it just all comes together. But you need to learn how to overcome. Don't stress over these trades. Just relax and know that in order, you know, losing is a part of this. You know, you're going to take losses. But that's the whole point in the code, so that you don't take very many losses at all. And now I've gotten the codes up to such high degree of math now that you know, it's a dream come true for a trader. Anyway, I will be back. The trade went to 90. Actually, that's wrong. The trade went to 36,795. It came 2 ticks away from getting me out. I'm prepared and may have to put a break-even stop on this trade. Because you'll notice the ones that do lose are the ones like this that almost make it to the exit and then come all the way back again. But not that many lose on the code 6 at all, but you know, there's times to be cautious and times not to be. It should just keep on going. It shouldn't come back to my entry. I mean, it could and then turn back around and keep going. It is very possible, but most of the time it won't. Anyway, I'll come back. Okay, go ahead and place a sell stop here. 36,724. It came 2 ticks away from hitting my exit. I don't like that. Anyway, I'll come back. It just went down to 727, 3 ticks above my break-even stop. See if it holds now, if it comes back down. Probably come back down, I would imagine. Gonna break me even on this trade. Oh well, I almost did it. 2 ticks shy of the exit. I'll be back. Okay, it just stopped me out right there. Yeah, it just stopped me out. Okay, so I'm out of that trade. What was my fill? 24. I got the 24, so because it bottomed right there, that's why. Anyway, no big deal. Break even on that trade. Just missed the exit. I'm going to go ahead and cancel these orders. Cancel this one, the buy stop for the code 7. And we'll cancel this one, the limit to sell. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to wait on the next code to see what comes. And I may not trade anymore tonight, probably won't. Probably won't trade anymore here, and I'll just conclude this video, but I'll wait for a little while to see what happens. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If I do take a code 7 trade, I'll just create a new video and upload that one. But I'm going to end this video and probably going to be done for trading for the rest of the day. I'll be back tomorrow though for more trading.